Good morning, everyone. This is November the 2nd, 2023, Thursday, and we are in BBIS first semester English class. Yesterday, the teacher introduced you to chapter 2, education, and he discussed some questions. Today, we have a presenter. Let's invite the presenter. He will present on the whiteboard, and after his presentation, I'll comment and then move on. Okay, go on. Go on.
So marker.
Marker, yes. Oh, you need a marker. Let me bring.
Good morning, everyone. It's me, Biraj Basola, here to present on the topic "School is Bad for Children," written by John Holt. John Holt is an educational theorist, writer, and elementary and secondary school teacher who have taught in USA for a very long period of time. He have criticized on how school is bad for children, how school exploits the children's behavior. In preschool period, when we first go to school, every children are smarter and more curious, better at finding and figuring things out, more confident and determined and energetic. But at school, after stepping in school, the behavior of the children totally diminishes. At school, when you go to school, learning is separate from living. We learn that learning is separate from living. What we used to do in our life is totally different what we learn from the schools. There is psychological pressure as we have to read books, the knowledge taught by books. We cannot apply it in our life. Limit creative learning power. At school, there is limit at creative learning power. We cannot create anything as we have to read and learn everything from the book. We cannot even say it is wrong or right. Teacher as a godlike figure. We have to obey everything as teachers taught us, and we have to obey it. At first, the brain of a student is like a free paper where teachers write everything. Then we had a bad habit such as to cheat. When we don't know the answers, we cheat on teachers, restrict interaction with others. We are afraid of being interactive with teachers as they sometimes scold, as they sometimes make fun of asking questions. Then after the criticisms done by the writer, exploitation of children as we are not being able to use our full potential in the schools. Then after time waste, the writer says that it is a time waste to go to school and learn everything as we are not able to apply it in our daily life. It makes us ugly, cold women, such as that we are unable to attain things or do use it in our daily lives by reading the books. Compared to do, think, and be as they want, the writer says that the students are not being what they want to be, but what the teachers and their parents say them to be. Right answer what the school wants. The schools only wants us the right answer, which is written in the books, not our creative answers. Prevents interaction. It prevents the interaction between teachers and students, as sometimes teacher in school, the students begins to keep quietly even if they have some queries. Now moving towards the recommendation for improvements written by the writers. First of all, the writer says that we should abolish compulsory school attendance. As in the old times, there used to be, the parents used to send their children for labor so that the school attendance was compulsory, but nowadays it is not. There are rules and regulations, so the children are not to send in to do labors, so that the compulsory school attendance will be removed, as the students sometimes don't want to come to school, as they can learn various things from homes, their environment. Abolish the fixed curriculum system. The writer says that we should abolish the fixed curriculum, as the students is a curious mind where we want to learn various things, but as curriculum set a fixed part where we need to read and learn everything of that part only. Get rid of grades, exams and marks. We should get rid of grades, exams and marks, as marks is not able to evaluate someone's capability, as it is just able to show us what we don't know only. Then after there is compare performance. We should compare performance on our own basis, not on others. The writer says that we should be able to compare our own thing by comparing it with the language when we start to speak. When we first start to speak the language, we listen various things from our adults and start to compare it with our speaking and learn language at the beginning. Then after, the writer says that we have to judge ourselves by our own self, not with others or not by comparing with others. The writer even says that we should learn about the old at first and not in the buildings, such as in Philippines, India and Portland, Oregon. Public schools there are without buildings and learn at first hand by going to various places such as museums, library, interacting with peoples. And in Washington, the peoples totally, there is no school. The writer says that there is a system where students are taught in a free environment where they learn various things from markets, environments, libraries, etc. Teachers in New York, teachers and writer collaborate and taught the students about what's not written in the book, but what's their difficulties they have faced while writing the books, what they have come through. Real writers visit in school. The writers visits in the schools and have a session with students where the students can know about how hard it is to write, what are the difficulties they have faced. Practicing attorney. Some people from attorney comes to the schools and taught us about the rules of law not written in the book, but what they have experienced and what are the rules according to them. Paired learning. There is a system where everyone is in a group and paired together so that they can learn various things together from the students, teachers, environments, etc. Thank you that much, sir.
Okay, well done. He has brought almost all information. Good presentation, I appreciate. The only thing I advise is that when you come to present, the good thing with you was that you presented the content and you showed the proof that you have gone through it and you know everything. Some suggestions will be, when you come for presentation, do not come with a copy. What you do is, for future presenters, for example, let me do this. Get this kind of file. Now, I'll show you what we're doing. Wait, I'll show you practically how I prepare such cards. So now I tear it. Now I have this half, right? Now I fold it half. Look very carefully. Now, I tear it. Now, this is my presentation card. It is 8.5 inches in length and about 6 inches in width. Now, what I do, now in the center, for example, it's my card. Can you help me focus on my camera, what I'm doing, right? Suppose this is my card. Now, in the center, I write the title, okay? And suppose there are 15 paragraphs in this essay. Yes. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, I have got 15 arrows, title. Now, here I write, how was the child before he came to school? Here I write, what school does wrong when the child comes. And what I do, I try to write the main idea of each of the 15 paragraphs in a single sentence. That's a difficult thing, I know. I know it's a difficult thing, I know. But this is what I want you to learn, right? So what I do, I read carefully, I Google, I use ChatGPT, anything. But my purpose is, I will convert the whole paragraph, even if the paragraph has 100 sentences, no problem. I'll convert the 100 sentences into a single sentence. Because, understand, every paragraph, even if it is 5 pages long, can be summarized in one sentence. Can be. Why? The mystery is, even if a paragraph has 3 page length, what you should know that paragraph of 3 page length is talking about only one idea. No paragraph ever talks about more than one idea, especially in books like this. If we write paragraphs, we are not good writers, so we bring so many ideas, I agree. But if you read standard books like our textbook, you will see that, for example, 13th paragraph, if you check in a book, the 13th paragraph is quite long. Paragraph 13 is quite long. But the main idea of 13th paragraph is that, how should teachers teach in class? That's the idea. It's too long paragraph. But the idea is, how should teachers teach in paragraph? Now, you boil down the whole 15 paragraphs into 15 sentences. Now you come to class, and when you do this thing, you are so confident, you come with the swag in class, because you have everything. You know, you have worked hard. And then you hold this paper in your hand, hold the marker in the hand, and first you show the class this point, and write one point, if you are using this paper, and then turn to the audience, and have eye contact, have a smile, and then go on explaining with big eyes. Presentation is expression of personality. Let me tell you, presenters are great personality people. And the most important thing in presentation is physical appearance and rapport, R-A-P-P-O-R-T. And rapport means your connection with the audience. And when great presenters are on the stage, the 1,000 people down there in the hall are mesmerized, attracted, hypnotized by their personality, by their gesture, posture, walking, talking. And the whole crowd is glued to their speech, and they are eager to listen. This is a big challenge, I know, but this is what we need to learn. Okay? And when I ask you to make presentations, I have a dream that one day you will be great presenters and appear on TED Talk show. The people who appear on TED Talk show, they must have begun like this. They didn't go there overnight. The people who see on TED Talk, they begin like us here. So it's good to begin like this, no problem. It's good to begin. But I'm telling you where we need to achieve. Thank you. Well done. Give him a big hand once again. Thank you. Okay. What's your name? What's your name?
Biraj.
Biraj, I need your permission. Your voice has been recorded, and accidentally your face might have been recorded. I need your quite clear permission to upload this on YouTube and publish on Facebook. Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. According to law, I should seek your permission, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do is, okay. Let's open the lesson and then, why are we seeing this screen? Why are we seeing this screen and not my screen? Okay, I guess. Last time we had same problem some time ago. Okay, let me try. Okay. Hello. Hello. So I'm not able to display the text. I'll use the whiteboard and explain you things. So when you read when you read a text like this or any other, when you read a text like this or any other, there are two things you do. You are reading, there is a text, right? So the purpose of reading is scanning and skimming for the content. So when you finish reading, you should have a good grasp of the ideas in the text. And how do you know if you have got all the ideas after read? So that is where you need summarizing. As I told you, draw a circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then go on, main idea, main idea, main idea, go on. If you can prepare this, you have got it right. Then come to class. Second is, the purpose of reading is also learning reading skills. Learning reading skills. And in this class now, for the coming 15 minutes, I will talk about these skills, okay? I'm also learning. Let me see, I want to, is it, can we? Yes. Okay. Now this essay, first of all, if you have a textbook, here is an essay, school is bad for children. And you will see that the essays have been categorized in a chapter. So the chapter where this essay appears is education. So in your notebook, write theme and then write education. Each time you read a text, you begin by asking, what is the theme of this essay? What is the subject matter? Right? Now, next is, if you see the syllabus, let me show you. If you see the curriculum, always use curriculum before you read. If you see curriculum, there is given unit 2 and it says education. Next, below it says problem solution argument. Now here write mode of writing and write argument. Now write what kind of argument and write problem solution argument. Once you know that it's a problem solution argument, once you know that it's an argument, now next thing is, okay, sorry. Oh. Once you know that this is where did I click? Back to whiteboard. Okay. Where do I get the writing pen? Here. Once you know this is argument and you know that this is problem solution argument. Now you should know how we approach such writing. And please understand, if you take IELTS test in future, if you take TOEFL test in future, if you take SAT in future or GR in future. These are the kind of things you should know. Now, in an argument, you will see that there is a situation. For example, the situation here is school, teacher, school, teacher, student, teaching, learning. This is the situation, right? There is a school, they say talks about schools, it talks about teachers, students, teaching, learning. And what does it do? It does two things. There are 15 paragraphs, and para 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In these paragraphs, the writer criticizes formal education system. So this part is the problem part. This part is the problem part, para 1 to 7. Now if you go to next part, second part, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This part is recommending the solution. And the last paragraph, 15th paragraph, if you see, it gives a very good conclusion. It concludes. Now, you should know this thing. This is what you learn. Skill of reading, right? Now, how was I? Yes. Now, once we know that we're reading an argument, and now we saw the structure, 8, 7 plus 8, criticism, recommendation. Now, in argument, at the heart of argument is claim. In argument essays, writers make a claim. What is a claim? It's a statement that can be either true or false. But the writer says it's true. Now in this essay, the interesting thing is that the claim is not in the essay, it's in the title. So the title is, see the title. This is the claim. School is bad for children. This is the claim. Now, once you have the claim, the next thing you have is support for the claim. Support for the claim. Because if people make claims and they don't support their claims, then nobody's going to believe them. Right? I don't know why what I'm writing on the board is not up. Oh God. I missed everything, right? Almost everything, because I had zoomed in and nothing appeared on the camera. I want to record because people who watch might find it useful, right? That's my purpose. Okay. So, have a claim and support for the claim. Now, claim we have here, fine, we have the claim. This claim is also known as central argument. We also call this major argument. Sometimes we also call this thesis, whatever you call, right? Now, let's move about support. So you will see that the title makes the claim, and from para 1 to 15, he brings the support. Now let's go para-wise. How does he bring the support? Now let's focus on para 1. So in para 1, if you see, I wish I could show that I could display the text to you. In para 1, he says, now one idea to read and learn how to read is, you read a paragraph, close the eyes, and imagine you are a teacher and you have a student. And your student has read the paragraph. And if you were the teacher, what will be the question that you will ask your student to check if he has read the paragraph? I mean, develop a good question for each paragraph you read. This is difficult, I know. But if you can do that, you are a very good reader. I said, read a paragraph, close your eyes, imagine you are a teacher and you have a student, you are teaching them. And you want to check if they have read. And if you were a teacher, what question will you ask on that paragraph to make sure that your student has read the paragraph? For example, if I gave you read para 1, what would I ask you? I would ask, how is a child before he comes to the school and how do we know it? This is exactly the question which the paragraph answers. And I found in other sections, I asked them, bring questions, make questions. And what I found, to my sadness, most of the students were not able to come up with a question like this. And this shows that they were not able to read the paragraph and understand. If you cannot make the right question, you are not able to understand the paragraph. Clear proof. If you cannot come up with the right question, you haven't understood. Because if you understand, your mind is clear about it. If your mind is clear about it, you can put a question. If you read something and understand clearly, you are able to ask questions on it. But if you read something and I say ask a question and you don't ask a question, you don't know how to ask, you don't understand. Right? So one way to learn reading is read a paragraph, stop and formulate a question that you think this paragraph answers. For example, if you see, look, how was the child? He says the child was curious. He was curious. He was smart. He was less afraid of what he doesn't know. He was confident. He was confident. He was resourceful. He was persistent. He was persistent. He was independent. Look, how was the child? My second question is, how do we know? How do we know? Second question. Look the answer. He says that he has learned the language. We know that this because he has learned the language. How has he learned the language? Paying attention. How has he learned the language? By interacting with people in the world around him. How has he learned the language? By exploring. How has he learned the language? By experimenting. How has he learned the language? By developing his own model of grammar. How has he learned the language? By trying the sentences out. How has he learned the language? Seeing whether it works. How has he learned the language? By gradually changing his grammar rules. How has he learned? By refining his sentences. That's all. The paragraph is done. What I showed you how every paragraph talks about one idea. So the idea in this paragraph is, every child is much better before he comes to school. That's the idea. Para 1 idea is, every child is much better before he comes to school. Now if you go to second paragraph, and you see how second paragraph starts. In he comes this curious, patient, determined, energetic, skillful learner. We sit him down and at a desk. And what do we teach him? And then he starts criticizing. From first para, every child is very good at home. Second para, we ruin such a child. Therefore school is bad. Therefore school is bad. See how the writer is arguing. First, he begins by showing how smart a child is at home. He is so smart, he can learn a language without a teacher like this foolish Dibakar sir. And you are not able to learn English after reading English for 13 years. Because we teachers don't know how to teach you. Otherwise, you learn Nepali without a teacher. Why you don't learn Nepali without a teacher? English without a teacher. Right? I stop here. And I won't talk more about this essay now. You follow my instructions and go ahead. In the next class, we'll move to the next essay, how the web destroys the quality of students' paper. Who is presenting? Next presenter? Okay. So follow my instruction. As I told you, make the card and you can take my help. You can call me. I can teach you on Zoom at home. I can guide you through Messenger. Anyway, I can stay here after class and help you. I'll help you 100 ways. But show me that you are doing fine. Okay? He did fine, no problem. But what was lacking, I guided you. Thank you. Thank you.